I'm Valerie Rogers, and I am one of the co-founders of Anchor Hope, along with Anna Brown and Michelle Pyle. When I was a child, I grew up with a neighbor that had lots of foster children, and I would go over there all the time and babysit and help out, and that's where I started learning about the foster system. Foster care is a temporary living situation with children whose parents who were unable to care for them at the time.
My name is Anna Brown, and I'm one of the co-founders of Anchor Hope. And the reason I got involved with foster care is I'm adopted personally, and so I knew as I grew up and when I got old enough I was going to foster and adopt myself. So when kids are pulled out of their home environments, they're taken with a social worker to their office, and that's where they would remain, and that could be anywhere from days or just hours if it's an easy placement, but it can be as long as weeks or months to be able to find a placement that's a good fit for the child and a good fit for that foster family. So although that's not the most ideal situation, it is a safe place for them to stay, but now we have Anchor Hope, which will offer a home environment and a safe environment that feels like home for the kids to stay in.
My name is Michelle Pyle, and I'm one of the 3 co-founders for Anchor Hope. I am a current foster parent to a sweet 12-year-old. When they come to the house, I think a lot of them are surprised that they're actually going into a home where there's food and they can just eat whatever they want, and there's games for them to play. And from what I've learned from the social workers, it's almost like an instant relaxation for them.
Sometimes they may come with nothing. They may just come with the clothes on their bodies. One of our main goals is to have the children feel like they are in a home instead of at the DSS office. So we want it to be homey. We want it to feel like they belong here. So there's games and there's toys and there's all the things that a home should have.
The Anchor Hope house is 3 bedrooms. It has a kitchen, a dining room, a playroom, and a living room. We do have a sensory room for kids who need that kind of quiet downtime. The social workers, you typically hang out in the family room because there's desks in there where they can prepare their paperwork for when they're trying to find a placement for the children who are here. So we do have, of course, internet access here. So the kids who are coming in who are school age, if they are currently enrolled in a school district, they are able to get online and continue their education while they're waiting for a placement.
One of the things that Anchor Hope is doing is life skills training as well to help the 14 to 21-year-olds learn some life skills so that when they do go out into the real world on their own, they will have some skills to do it successfully.
So an advantage of the kids staying at Anchor Hope before going straight into a foster family is that the social workers can find a foster family that will be a better fit. So they aren't just placing them with someone who has an open bed. They're provided with all the essentials they need: food, clothing, toiletries, a warm bed and shower, just to get feeling more like a person again. And they can take whatever they want with them, whether it could be towels or a whole bag of things if that's what they need. And then the foster family will also be provided with anything they may need for that specific age child.
Sometimes teenagers are a little bit harder to place because they have been through more trauma and have more issues to deal with and process. And so we've had a couple teenagers who were here for a couple months, and one of them actually called this their home. They felt that safe here.
The doors of Anchor Hope have officially been open since August, and we are very pleased with the success. We've had a lot of kids come through, and they feel like this is a safe place and home, and they're very thankful to be here, which is such a blessing, and a blessing to us that we're being able to give it to them. It's a sad thing that it's needed, but we're glad that we can be able to provide it.
I'm just so thankful that God has planted this seed in each of us, and all the volunteers and helpers that we have.
Our future goals for Anchor Hope would be to open additional locations. We've been contacted by at least 6 or 7 other counties across the state who would love to have an Anchor Hope house in their area for the children in their counties. If you have a love for children, please consider becoming a foster parent, because the more foster parents there are, then the less need there is actually for an Anchor Hope house.